নিজের টিম খেললে মাঠে বুকটা দুরু বল নিয়ে জিয়ের ভিতরে পায়ের কারুকাজ ডিফেন্ডার দিয়ে দিল পায়ের ভেতরে ভাগ রেফারি বাঁশি দিল পেনাল্টিতে গোল এই নিয়ে প্যানেলে চলছে হট্টগোল 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 হট্টগোল
Hello and welcome everyone. Yes, this is Hot to Goal, and during the World Cup, amra jei series ta korchi, that is World Cup word. So, what's the word today? Brazil win, Portugal win, but are they genuine title contenders? মানে World Cup এর ফেভারিটের মধ্যে কি থাকছে কিনা, বিশেষ করে পর্তুগালের আজকের পারফরমেন্সটার পরে I know that they've got a lot of firepower. So we're going to talk about Portugal, and তার আগে অবশ্য ব্রাজিলের ম্যাচটা it just ended a while ago. So it was eventful because Brazil won 2-0, but Neymar looks to have injured himself. And we're going to talk about coaching because both of the teams look horribly coached. But I'm not alone. আমার সাথে, as always, I've got Said with me. So Said is going to guide us through the matches today. আজকে there were a lot of good matches on paper, but I don't think the football really lived up to the expectations of the matches that we thought we'd get. Mane Ghana versus Portugal, for instance, it was frantic in the second half, but I don't know, how do you feel about it? Did you really enjoy today's action?
Yes, as a neutral fan I did, because Portugal and Ghana in the second half was like they scored all of the goals in the second half, and Brazil versus Serbia was a very dominant match from Brazil, so not much to enjoy there. And Uruguay and Korea was fun.
Why not? What's not there to enjoy there?
I mean, Serbia didn't really, pose a threat, and Brazil was very dominant both in second and
easy
first
chilo
and
na.
second half.
Wasn't
Yeah,
that
there were
easy?
moments here and there. কিন্তু Brazil overall dominant ছিল. And as for Uruguay and Korea, that was a fun match as well because 0-0 ছিল, and at the very end তারা এমন একটা ফ্র্যান্টিক স্টেজে চলে গেছিল যে either one of them was going to score, like Valverdeর যে লং শটটা যে বারে লাগছে, and his tackle as well, he was so pumped up with that. So I think I want to start with Portugal and Ghana.
All right. So before we do that, I want to show you যে Brazil's passing network and Serbia's passing network. মানে if you look at it, Brazil's this is number 9 Richarlison. ও পুরো ম্যাচে কিন্তু মানে for as long as he played, this is from 1 to 76 minutes. হ্যাঁ, ও কিন্তু তেমন কোনো সার্ভিস পায় না. He was very like isolated এখানে. And then you look at the midfield, number 7, this is Lucas Paqueta, and this is Casemiro. So মানে he was playing almost like as a third center back, Casemiro, but he was building a lot কারণ সে পাস দিচ্ছিল. You can see that there are a lot of passes to number 11, there are passes to number 20, there are passes to 10. So obviously Casemiro was pulling the strings in the midfield, but midfield অনেকটা ফাঁকা ছিল. And আমি একটা সময় বলছিলাম যে ব্রাজিলের যে ফরমেশনটা, it looked like a giant O, and এইটা দেখে I'm more inclined to say যে Brazil went to the মানে very scary U-shaped formation. This is bad in football terms. If we compare the Brazil formation with Spain's formation, for instance, that was yesterday, you could see like a proper lots of triangles in that Spain formation. How many triangles can you see? Probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at best,
but about triangles, this is not actually Brazil's main point, playing triangles and stuff like that. That's like Spain though, like they play JDP, and Brazil doesn't play like that. They have their wide wingers, so they play through them, and almost all of those attacks came from through Vini. He assisted Richarlison's second goal, and then even the first goal was from his rebound shot. So if they're defensive enough and they play dominantly in the back, and they push forward through Rafinha and Vinicius, I think that's a good thing, right? Because they have those talents. এখন যদি মিডফিল্ডে টেকনিক্যাল প্লেয়ার থাকতো, then fine, they would play through the midfield. Of course, Neymar
Right.
is there, কিন্তু unfortunately আজকে he went off injured. And Brazilian main threat হইতেছে এই wide wingers, in my opinion. Really, that is what I see. Because প্রত্যেকটা attack I saw from this wing attacks, and then
Yeah.
Richarlison, of course.
Again, if you look at territories of control, Brazil are out of possession and in possession. In possession, I think Brazil pretty decent. It was compact in the end. Karan, you look at Silva, Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, Danilo, Rafinha, Richarlison, Neymar, Sandro, and Vinicius Junior. মোটামুটি কিন্তু তার একটা central zone pitcher cover করতে পেরেছে, even though with Alisson there's quite a bit of distance, and then that's expected. Alisson didn't really come back. মানে অতটা compact ছিল না. Brazil were decently compact in possession. Out of possession, Brazil were not good. মানে if you look at this, Rafinha, Danilo, and then এইখানে look at Paqueta. Paqueta's way back here. Richarlison is here. Casemiro, Marquinhos is ahead of Paqueta. That's telling me that Paqueta really doesn't know what his role is in the team. He should not be behind the defender.
Yes. I think him starting with like double pivot start course really, right, with Casemiro maybe.
I don't even want to call it a double pivot. Casemiro was the single one lone pivot at the back, and then midfield there was only Lucas Paqueta, right? But you look at Paqueta's zone, AJ. This is Paqueta in the blue, right? So I don't know if you guys can see it. আমি আরো full screen করে দিচ্ছি. Now look at this.
Zoom it in. Can I zoom it in?
Yeah.
Zoom it in.
I think this is zoomed in enough. এর বেশি I don't think Twitter's gonna allow me, but Paqueta, this blue zone, অনেক অল্প একটা zone কিন্তু he dominated. You look at the most dominant players out of possession. People don't have any idea যে Neymar কত ground cover করে. Look at that. Left side টা পুরোটাই কিন্তু Neymar had under his watch. He ran a lot. Thiago Silva, আরেকজন, on the left side, he did a lot. And Brazil যে আমি যে বলি যে fullback গুলি problem. You look at it, Alexandre and Danilo, they were two of the players farthest back.
Yeah, this was expected that Danilo and Sandro are the weak links.
Yeah. So if I have to be very very honest with you, there are problems in this Brazil team. যেটা নিয়ে আমরা we will talk about more in details, I'm sure, as we move forward. আচ্ছা, before we check out more stats, কয়েকটা কমেন্ট তো নিয়ে নেই. শুভ্র বলছে ভাই নেইমার ইনজুরি কি সিরিয়াস কিনা, why no Bruno Guimaraes, Sadat অনেক. And Shubhan Indo is also Neymar's ankles. I already shared this with the picture. So yes, Neymar's ankle doesn't look good at this moment. In fact, or je tackle ta holo, there's a nasty picture of that. So I'm gonna try and find that.
Ankle ta ekdom baka hoye gechilo.
Yeah, and they were targeting Neymar the entire time. People are like, Neymar
he was the most foul player on the pitch. Most foul player on the pitch.
Yeah, okay, so here's a picture of Neymar's ankle. So here you go, guys. This is it. Look at that looks horrendous. So his World Cup, who knows, মানে এটার পরে if he continues or not. আচ্ছা, একটা জিনিস I wanted to talk about with you is that Neymar টিমে থাকলে a lot of people are saying যে Brazil don't play as well, but Neymar চলে যাওয়ার পরে ব্রাজিলের খেলায় there was improvement. Why do you think that is?
I think people look for because on the pitch it is very normal to look for Neymar, because Neymar was the most received player. Like he received the most ball from the players around him. It stat chilo arki. Him, and for Serbia was Tadic, and third was Rafinha. But first chilo Neymar received 14 balls from his teammates. Like he's a receiver. He receives those balls. So এই কারণে usually the main man is Neymar, and Neymar ball পাইলে he kinds of use it to attract players to foul him. এই কারণে একটু খেলাটা স্লো হয়ে যায় আর কি. he slows down the tempo. এই কারণে আর কি অনেকে মনে করে যে নেইমার পিছে থাকলে গেমটা স্লো চলে, এত ফাস্ট হয় না, স্টাফ লাইক দ্যাট. এই কারণে যখন নেইমার সাব অফ হয়ে গেছে, there were players who তাদের অ্যাপ্রোচ অনেক ফাস্ট ছিল, বল পাইছে দৌড়াই গেছে এরকম আর কি.
Yeah, you can see here again.
Yeah, this picture exactly I was talking about. Pro ankle, it's very
What sort of tackle is this? Explain to me, a tackle ta kore what's the player trying to achieve other than injure Neymar?
And the fact that he wasn't sent off, it's also like I think he should have been sent off. the player who tackled him. It's a very bad tackle. আর হ্যাঁ, about Neymar, I think it's not entirely true that Neymar থাকলে ব্রাজিল ভালো খেলে না. It's just stupid because in the end World Cup এ কিন্তু স্পেশাল প্লেয়ার লাগে, who makes something out of nothing. এরকম প্লেয়ার ল্যাকিং থাকলে কিন্তু
Neymar suffered 9 fouls. মানে Neymar was fouled
the
9
most
times in this match, the
বলছিলাম,
most in the World Cup.
yes, that's the thing. So আমার কথা হচ্ছে কি, the supporters যারা বলে যে নেইমার ছাড়া কিনা ব্রাজিল ভালো খেলে, I think that is entirely not true, because knockout stage you need players like Neymar. You can't always rely on players like Vinicius and stuff like that. একটা ম্যাজিক্যাল প্লেয়ার লাগে স্বাভাবিক. And about Richarlison also, Richarlison নিয়ে কথা বলতে হবে. Tottenham player better than Jesus. Who starts ahead of Jesus. For Brazil he is better than Jesus, because Tite wants to play him like a lone striker up front, and then provides the ball, and he, even though he had the least touches, he scored 2 goals, and the second goal was fantastic. Bicycle goal. I mean, what could you ask for more? What more could you ask for?
Absolutely. This one,
Awesome technique. Who would have expected? I thought, I'm absolutely Richarlison such a worst rated player থাকবে on the pitch.
No, he's a good player. It's just Antonio Conte under a খেলে তো you can't really মানে Conte under a খেলে ও প্লেয়ারদের ওই অ্যাবিলিটিটা আসলে দেখানো. I'm not saying Chiche is any better either. Chiche is horrible himself. I mean, the first half was
genius
very bad.
I get it, like like Arteta,
he tells his players to sort of be like, তুমি পারবা, তুমি যে খেলো. He reminds me a lot of Fede Valverde বলছি, Ernesto Valverde, বার্সা কোচ ছিল. He reminds me a lot of Valverde.
What's bad, why it's like actually very fitting for Brazil, because Brazil has this all talents, so they have to express themselves on the pitch, and if they do that well, they'll win matches for you. You don't have to be like tactically astute like Brazil to Spain na. Spain to ekbare technical player de pora, so they have to play tactically this and that. Take the ball here, pass the ball here, pass the ball there. But Brazil er ektai hoteche khelar way is like joga bonito. They have to dance their way through, and just play their hearts out. That's it.
At the end of the day, at a certain point পরে when you come up against teams with better midfields, তখন এই যোগাবনিত হোগাবনিত হয়ে যাবে, and it won't take too long before Brazil are finding themselves a few goals down. কারণ midfield again, I'm telling you, there is not enough protection. If you're playing this formation, too many forwards and nothing in midfield, কারণ midfield was only Casemiro and Lucas Paqueta. Bruno Guimaraes should be playing in there as well, Casemiro's সাথে, so that midfield একটু stability. Even Fred at this moment I would say is a player যাকে আসলে মিডফিল্ডে খেলাইলে ভালো হতো. You could have a left winger, obviously নেইমারকে যদি ফলস নাইনে খেলাতে হয়, or Richarlison যেহেতু আজকে 2টা গোল দিছে, so Richarlison holds his place. নেইমার definitely next match এ খেলতেছে না, so left I expect Vinicius to start, right I expect Rafinha to start, and mid I expect Lucas Paquetaর সাথে যেন Bruno Guimaraes চলে আসে, so that then you can play your 4-3-3 and it's a lot more balanced. And Brazil might play even better than they did today because Neymar's not playing, and then you're not having to play 4 forwards at the same time and only 2 midfielders, 3 forwards, 3 midfielders.
The 4 forward was like a lot. I expected that Neymar would start false 9, কিন্তু যখন Richarlison কে দেখছি that's a lot of forwards, but either way it worked out, and Serbia কিন্তু চান্স পায় নাই তেমন. Brazil were defensively solid as well. Okay, at কিছু moment ধরা খাইছিল, but overall Brazil played really well. I think nitpick করার মতো কিছু নাই, other than that midfield একটু খালি হয়ে পড়ে আর কি মাঝে মাঝে, because of the overload of forwards আর কি, 4টা forward, and Casemiro একলা পড়ে যায় আর কি. That's a concern, of course. That's a concern going forward.
A little bit on Serbia খেলা কি মনে হলো, because Serbia কিন্তু they had a lot of firepower. মানে you look at someone, একটা টিমের বেঞ্চ থেকে যদি Vlahovicের মতো প্লেয়ার আসে, that goes to show that they've got a lot of good quality players in that team.
I think they played very passive. Maybe Brazil's কারণে তারা একটু ভয় পেয়ে গেছে, and then they backed off a bit and kind of sparked their way through. যদি তারা ধরেন they face another team, say Brazil's গ্রুপে কে আছে, say they face Switzerland, they might have played way better than against Brazil. Brazil's নাম শুনে Cameroon, especially Cameroon, যদি Cameroon সাথে খেলে Serbia would have expressed a lot and যেহেতু ব্রাজিল ছিল তারা
I
একটু
hope you
ভয় পেয়ে
guys
গেছে
can see
maybe.
the stats যে এখানে XG ব্রাজিলের 1.8 Serbia at
See?
0.16 expected threat 1.59 possessionও ব্রাজিল a bit ahead field tilt অনেকটুকু এগিয়ে এবং defensive line height-এও as you can see by this picture Brazil way forward compared to Serbia so yeah মানে even though Brazil's midfield they didn't have much they still managed to do a lot more
Yeah,
damage
because
you know
Serbia was actually, like I said, they were not, তারা এতটা কনফিডেন্ট ছিল না because of ব্রাজিলের নাম শুনছিস তো তারা একটু প্যাসিভ খেলছে they weren't very aggressive aggression দেখে না really
তা
কয়েকটা
আর্জেন্টিনার
moment
সাথে সৌদি আরবের এটা হইল না কেন তাইলে
Saudi Arabia played really, really different. Come on, they played with a very high line and that offside trap. They prepared this for 3 years. এটা যতটুকু শুনছি আর কি and so that's a very different scenario. But yeah, I think Serbia যেহেতু তাদের attackers অনেক ভালো ছিল, they should have gone more forward and attacked more, in my opinion, because তাদের কিনা Tadic ছিল, এরপর Vlahovic, like you said, and even Savic as well. So a lot of good players over there, and unfortunately they didn't play their true potential.
Acha, let's move on to Portugal versus Ghana. Yeah,
This is going to be very fun.
Yeah.
Before I start this, I want to say that the first goal shouldn't stand because Ronaldo dived, and that was not a penalty, and anyone would agree with that. Simple as that. I don't know why didn't VAR intervene.
It was a 50-50 call. It was a 50-50 call. Man, it wasn't
50-50.
a blatant because he did get the মানে রোনাল্ডোর পায়ে লাথি মারছে মানে there was contact.
Very slight, like এত slight যে like
there was enough to keep it.
You cannot fall off like that. Like সে যেমনি পড়ে গেছে আমার মনে হচ্ছিল যে তাকে ধাক্কা দিয়ে ফেলাইছে. But it was like a slight touch.
Kevin De Bruyne gave a worse dive a few days ago against Fulham. So players do that. Okay, I mean, I agree that it was a soft penalty and Nadile Patto, given how the match was going. But it is what it is. Ghana just didn't, like if you look at it, how I see it, Ghana didn't take their chances. Karon, they had opportunities, but then the better team won. Karon Portugal, if you look at their stats, look at their stats here, 2.54 xg compared to Ghana's 1.11. Threat position field tilted there, they dominated, right? And Portugal, I wouldn't say that they're very well coached either because if you look at their passing line, again you see that dreaded U shape, coming in midfield like 24 and then 18 and someone else is like ekdom cramped together. There's so much space in between here and here, and there's no connection between your 8 and 7, and I believe that's Bruno Fernandes and Cristiano Ronaldo.
Bruno Fernandes was like a box to box. আমি প্রত্যেকবারই দেখছি like যখন ক্রসিং করতেছিল তখন দেখতাম Bruno and Ronaldo would go into the box.
Exactly. And number 8 হচ্ছে Bruno Fernandes, right? Bruno Fernandes একটা পাসও রোনাল্ডোর কাছে আসে নাই. They did not pass to each other a single time in the entire match.
That's concerning also. And Bernardo Silva should have played a little bit forward for me because সে একটু বেশি পিছায় খেলতে পারছে. He was like with the defense. I would see মাঝে মাঝে like deep নামতো and he was like a deep line playmaker. He was like setting the tempo and all. এরপর তাদের অ্যাটাকটাও আসছে লেফট সাইড থেকে, you could see Felix এর পাশ থেকে অনেকগুলো আসছে.
Felix was number 11 age over here.
And Otavio also was Otavio. And there was Otavio. He was also very a very good player as well.
Otavio played here almost as a number 10. Otavio played as a number 10 almost. And you're talking about Bernardo, and actually, like if you look at him, he's your number 10, and
he should be playing a bit forward.
Otavioর পিছনে খেলতেছিল, and everything was a bit left tilted and right থেকে. And for me, this lineup was wrong to begin with because Portugal you start Rafael Leao.
Same exactly. আমার কাছে একদমই পছন্দ হয় না লাইনআপটা. I was like very confused that you started with Felix and then you started Felix shouldn't start really. Leo deserves to start up in my opinion. আর যে Nuno Mendes কেন start করে না I don't have any idea because is he injured or what?
I don't think so.
He should have
Just the
started.
coach being, yeah.
সে কোচ বিন কোচ আর
Yeah.
পর্তুগাল যে দুইটা গোল কনসিড করছে দে অ্যাকচুয়ালি কাইন্ড অফ সুইচড অফ ইন দ্য মিড গেম ফর সাম রিজন আই ডোন্ট নো হোয়াট হ্যাপেন্ড বিকজ গানার দুইটা গোল এরকমই ছিল and Ghana also really messed up in the final third, and also the Inaki Williams slip that was like equivalent to Gerrard slip. Ballটা নিতে গিয়ে পড়ে গেছিল আর কি স্লিপ খায় and also the manager of Ghana he kind of subbed off Kudus ভাবছিল যে কিনা লিডটা ধরে রাখবে but as soon as they got off তারা কনসিড করছে and the goal scorer was celebrating and he looked back and saw oh my god we conceded. That was a stupid decision.
Yeah, but then if you think about it, Portugal কিন্তু রোনাল্ডোকে sub off করার পরে they conceded the goal. And you know,
I mean,
all from the bench, he was pissed off.
Yeah, I think Portugal played good, but Portugal main they were bound to win against Ghana. The fact that they conceded against Ghana is a bad thing. They should have not conceded 2 goals.
But none of them are good coach teams. মানে আমরা আজকে যতগুলো টিমই দেখছি না কেন মানে among the so called big teams, you know, Brazil, Portugal, দুইটা একটারও আমার মনে হয় না যে কোচিং কোনো জাতের, and this is not a good sign. মানে for these teams moving forward, obviously individual brilliance দুটো টিমেরই আছে. Portugal teamটা, the more you look at it, it's like they've got talent everywhere. They've got depth, they've got balance, left back, right back, center backs, keepers. আজকে তো they played Diogo Costa. Oh man, he's a fantastic goalkeeper. কারণ তার distribution and also his shot stopping, his distribution especially is top. And you know, I think that was a smart move by the coach. I thought Jose Sake maybe খেলাবে, or even Rui Patricio. Exactly.
I thought he will start.
So that was good. But Portugal overall, you know, who would you think have a better chance of going all the way, Brazil or Portugal in this World Cup?
Brazil, I think none of them. I think Spain would go all the way. I really think they have that potential, and you know,
Spain একটা বড় problem কি, they're very mid heavy.
And mid heavy as well as the forward row we average, but Enrique is a genius. He knows how to, you know, use those forwards because he plays a very possession based game. So তাদের front থেকেগুলো প্রায় দেখি exchange হয়, they're very flexible. You see sometimes Dani Olmo coming to the left, going to the right, then Asensio dropping deep. So you know, all of the I think overall Enrique has the squad that he likes and he can control however he wants. এরকম আর কি, এই কারণে কিছু প্লেয়ার কিন্তু সে নেয় নাই, for example like Ramos from Real Betis, Iglesias, maybe there is another player attacker, এরপর Aspas as well, তারা তো চান্স পাওয়ার কথা, right? But instead he went with Asensio because he has a plan with him, and he went with Dani Olmo because he has a plan with him as well. এই কারণে আর কি I think overall Enrique has a squad that he can use however he wants. So I think Spain would go all the way, and I feel Brazil. Yeah, I mean they just have that kind of that threat going forward and everything. And also I feel that, you know, as they progress, Brazil will keep getting better. এটাই মনে হয় আর কি, they'll keep getting better.
Even
and for
without
Portugal,
Neymar.
It looked pretty well without Neymar. I mean, they also won their Copa America without Neymar, so I think that won't be an issue. Jodi Tite, you know, he understands how to you know, approach the game without Neymar, because ekbar to kore felche, right? So doing it in the World Cup, I think it won't be a big of an issue. And for Portugal, I think the manager is really you know, he's going to be the downfall of he's a big dinosaur, because এতগুলো প্লেয়ার থাকা সত্ত্বেও if you play passive like this, no, you're not going that high, and even conceding goal against Ghana, it's not good, because you know, মাঝে দেখছিলাম যে Ghana একটু dominate করছে in the second half, maybe in the last 20 minutes I saw Ghana dominating, and it was like, whoa, what was happening to Portugal? So I think Portugal won't go that far, maybe quarterfinals or semis. That's a good bet. Otherwise quarter I would say, and
Really?
Brazil and Spain.
I could see them going. I'll be very honest, man. Ronaldo to it last World Cup, so I could see them going all the way, because Portugal team ta man for man. When I see it, আমার দেখে লাগে যে they have everything that you need to win
Yeah,
a World Cup.
but in the end it's up to like the manager to manage the complete team, because manager কিন্তু কিছু কিছু প্লেয়ার নাও হবে
The
না
best managed teams
তখন তো
don't always win. এটা আমরা লাস্ট ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপে ফ্রান্সকেও দেখতে পারি, France were not the best managed team in the World
but
Cup, but
Deschamps
they won it.
Deschamps wasn't that bad of a coach if you like compare
He's
him
not,
with
but
Santos.
come on, man. I think they're of the same level. If you look back to
No way you can put them in the same level. There is no way.
really,
I don't think
no, I think they're in the same level. But if we talk about this match, একদম last, I know Diogo Costa আমি অনেক প্রশংসা করছি, but একদম last থেকে he made an error and he got saved by his defenders for it. মানে ও নোটিস করে না যে পিছনে প্লেয়ার ছিল and he gave the ball away and মানে unfortunately finish করতে পারে নাই Ghana player whoever it was,
Inaki Williams.
Inaki Williams, na? So yeah, that goes to show that Ghana kind of got unlucky in the end. They could have had maybe a point from this match, but it was not to be today. This group is going to be very tight.
Yeah, I think I can judge Portugal after I see them play against Uruguay, because Uruguay was asked to Uruguay match দেখলাম তারা অনেক ডিফেন্সিভ খেলছে and they were also good while going forward, but the thing is that Uruguay manager to একটু এদিকে mess up করে ফেলছে in the starting lineup. When I saw Suarez I was confused. Suarez start করলো কেন? He didn't offer anything, not while going forward, pressing, even during defensive transition কিছুই না. So he was like a wood, like he wasn't being used properly. So almost Uruguay 10 men নিয়ে খেলতেছিল, so that was disappointing. About Nunes should have played, Nunes তো অনেক ভালো খেলছে কিন্তু অনেকে ওকে নিয়ে মক করতেছে. And the reason why I said this because Nunes offensively and defensively অনেক অফার করছে. He was the only attacking threat from Uruguay's side, and defensively he recovered a lot of balls as well and intercepted. A defensive contribution কারণে তার attacking contribution একটু কমে গেছিল. এই কারণে second half maybe the manager said, okay, you try and attack more and leave the defensive duties to the midfield. তখন দেখলাম যে Cavani না, Nunes, he was attacking more and more.
Hey,
and
I have something to show you though. Oh, man of the match.
Oh, you tell me, did he deserve this?
কি ওকে ম্যান অফ দ্য ম্যাচ দিছে? ডিজার্ভ কিসের? ফুটবল আবার ডিজার্ভ কিসের, ম্যান?
You know why? আপনি জানেন কেন জিতছে ম্যান অফ দ্য ম্যাচ? This is a fan award.
Fan award?
Yes.
Actually,
check the official page and they'll show you that vote for the man of the match.
I didn't know that. So
why
that's why De Bruyne was saying.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Maybe because of my name, huh? So, but then again, hey, Bukayo Saka won it for England. That's good.
He deserved to win it. He deserved to win the
so the fans can't always blame the fans for everything.
No.
কয়েকটা comments নিয়ে নেই. রাফিনিয়ার মিসগুলো অনেক খারাপ লাগলো. Rafinha did miss a few chances. Here's the thing about Rafinha though. Right side থেকে Brazil's best option is still Rafinha. যে যাই বলুক না কেন, that's what I personally feel. He definitely should be starting every game.
The problem is not clinical enough. একটু এদিক সেদিক হয় আর কি.
I mean, sometimes you don't have you don't have your shooting boots on. For instance, Gabriel Jesus doesn't have his shooting boots on, but you saw Gabriel Jesus আসার পরে once he replaced Richarlison. Jesus আসার পরে কিন্তু Brazil were better in attack. In fact, they controlled more, they dominated more, right? Why is that? Because sometimes these players they have certain abilities, certain skills on the ball, his driving, his movement, off the ball, his work rate.
But in the end, it's about goal, right? In tournaments like this, so it's like missing goals like this by an inch. Because look how Argentina fared up because they missed quite a few chances. It's like this tiny margins of goal that can cost the match.
Which is why I'm saying that you really can't say anything about Portugal কারণ তাদের কিন্তু গোল স্কোরিং থ্রেট অনেক, and from all sides, midfield থেকে, attack থেকে, from the wings, they've got it all. And even their fullbacks, Joao Cancelo. So that's one of those teams that any moment they're gonna turn up, and they're one of those teams যেটা who can win the World Cup this time. I actually don't see, মানে আমি যত সাউথ আমেরিকান টিমগুলো দেখলাম, none of them impressed me. Brazil last half-এ final 20-25 minutes I think খুব ভালো খেলছে, but barring that, when I saw Brazil play in the first half, God, it was so poor. And against a good team with good tactics, even Germany, they will punish you for it, you know. Spain,
Germany,
England.
আগে জার্মানি কোয়ালিফাই করো তারপরে পানিশ করবে।
I know, but I'm saying that tactically Germany কিন্তু ভালো. They lost against Japan, but that had very little to do with tactics than it did to do with individual errors, for instance.
I don't think so. I mean, we didn't talk about this Germany versus Japan matchup, but
গতকালকের
I think Germany, ভালোই ছিল, but you know the first half was very dominant. In the second half, Hansi Flick, you know, I don't know, with the subs and all, he just messed up, and Japan.
The subs, but eventually the goals came from individual mistakes. Man, if you look at it, Rudiger, and I think that they had another one, not Schlotterbeck, the other center back. Sule. So those were the two that, those were the two that really messed up for the goals. But
I mean, I feel for Hansi Flick because I do feel for because depth night Czech like it's very awful. They don't have any depth. Sane injured হয়ে গেলে there is no other winger because it's just Sane and Gnabry and Musiala is there. He isn't a winger, he's a number 10, but you know they don't have anyone else, so Musiala and Muller, both of them started together in the match.
They don't have a number 9.
They don't have a number 9. Yes. Kai Havertz is not a number 9, so you know.
This is a German team is I must say that they're well coached, but they don't have the minerals. অনেকটা স্পেনের মতন I would say, but Spain I think is better coached than this German outfit. Definitely I think Spain is better coached, but then Spain played probably the worst team in this tournament, Costa Rica, so ওইভাবে করে like when they come up against better teams তখন বোঝা যাবে যে
why is it the worst team? Why is it the worst team? I don't think it's the worst team, because in the World Cup Ghana is even far worse than Costa Rica, because Costa Rica in the FIFA ranking, if you see, I don't completely believe in FIFA rankings or all, but you know FIFA ranking is one way to judge them, you know, it's a metric. So Costa Rica's way up. I think Spain made them look bad. That's why, you know, Spain was like exceptional.
Partially yes, because when you have so much of the ball, when you control every phase of play, you know, the opposition looks bad, but let's face it, Costa Rica were never going to win this match.
We know, but the fact
7-0 কেউ expect করে নাই। 7-0 কেউ expect করে নাই, that you're right. 7-0 কেউ expect করে না, but having said that, there will be tougher challenges in the future for Spain, and
I even forgot to mention England. England is also favorites to win the World Cup. Why did I forget them?
But Englander match, we covered it before, right? I want to take a few more comments here. Johnny, thank you for your comment. Khalid Bolchaj, I think the World Cup is over for Neymar and Brazil to get back at 4-3-3 with Bruno G replacing Neymar, but Chiche probably will go for Fred. আজকে আমি অ্যান্টনিকেও দেখছি, অ্যান্টনিরেও নামায় দিছে, মানে লাস্টে হি ওয়াজ জাস্ট টেকিং দ্য পেস, লাইক অ্যান্টনিরে নামানোর পর হি ওয়াজ ডুইং অল সোর্টস অফ ইউ নো সার্কাস ট্রিক্স, মানে পয়েন্টলেস, এন্ড দেন একটা শুটিং এর চান্স পাইছে, হি হিট Rosette. Martinelli, he controlled his side actually. Martinelli made a few
I think
good
he looked
runs.
good really, because it was like he was very, you know, দেখলাম একটা রান মেক করছিল.
The thing about, if you notice the Arsenal players that are playing this World Cup, ওদের খেলার মধ্যে একটা similarity আছে, and that's discipline. They know their roles so well. Arsenal, Arteta's drilled them so well. তুমি দেখবা যে Arteta কিন্তু এই সিজন, I'll just give you an example, Tomiyasuke left back খেলে, he's a right back. ও জাপানে কিন্তু LCB খেলে, বাট গতকাল কিন্তু সে লেফট ব্যাক পজিশনে খেলছে, and he did so well, right? He's a right footed player playing at left back, so ওভাবে করে চিন্তা করে, because he's bipedal, so what do you call it, ambipedal style.
The five-man defense was the main defense actually, Japan's win second.
And then if you look at Xhaka for instance, right? ও কিন্তু LCM role খেলছে, he didn't play a DM, and he dominated or roleটাতে against Cameroon, right? He did his job very well. Partey, he had an off game, I would say, but Partey is that sort of a player.
I saw him off ছিল আর কি মাঝে মাঝে.
Or actually he needs the players around him, and you know why he was off? because he was playing as an RCM and he's been playing as a DM this season. Other system, he was being used as an RCM, Ghana. You know, I don't know if I can find the
for midfield maybe, right?
Right. So I can show it to you, এখানে. So this is the picture. So Thomas Partey, you know, he is number 5. Wait, sorry, I mean ভুল ছবিতে আসছি. Yeah. Right. Okay. So yeah, see Thomas Partey is number 5. See, he's over here. মানে literally দুজন attacker and then he's over here. He should be over here with 2, 3, 4, 5 players ahead of him. So ওর রোলটার এইখানে রোল থাকার কারণে he didn't have the best of games and মানে play the players যারা এই সিজনে যেমনে খেলছে অমনি করে, that's the basic I think. First এটা যদি করা যায় তাহলে মানে that's the start. Anyways, শুভনিন্দু বলছে ভিনিসিয়াস 90 মিনিট খেলার মতো ক্যাপাবিলিটি রাখে এখন, ওকে সাব করানোর ব্যাপারে না ভাবা উচিত টিটের, ওর মোমেন্টাম দরকার. সাইদুল বা আশা বলছে আই এম নট দ্য বিগেস্ট ফলোয়ার অফ ফুটবল বাট আই ডোন্ট নো, আই ফিল ব্রাজিল বাদ পড়বে রাউন্ড অফ 16 এগেনস্ট পর্তুগাল ওর নট এগেনস্ট উরুগুয়ে. পর্তুগাল হইতে পারে, পর্তুগাল ইজ ওয়ান অফ দোজ টিমস দ্যাট ক্যান হার্ট ইয়া. লাস্ট 20 মিনিট ভালো খেলছে ব্রাজিল, সেটার পিছনে তখন বাস পার্ক ছিল না, সেটাও ম্যাটার করে না. Yes, from Serbia's end they were attacking more, এটা definitely matter করে, but Serbia
in the first half
করে খেলছিল.
No, not as bus park, but তারা একটু maybe একটু মিডে আর কি গিয়া তারা একটু কম্প্যাক্ট ছিল আর কি, to not allow Neymar to have that freedom and all.
They had a very low mid block.
That's what we can say. So a low mid block to compact chilo, so Neymar তেমন একটা করতে পারছিল, and that is why most of that attack came from the wing. That is what I saw. And in the end Serbia wasn't that all. They were trying to attack more and more and more for compactness to খুলে গেছে, and then Brazil just ran through that.
So we've mostly talked about the Brazil match. We've talked about the Portugal match as well. আমরা অন্যান্য আজকের যে অন্য দুটো ম্যাচও হয়েছে ওই দুটো নিয়ে একটু বলি, because Uruguay and South Korea probably the worst game of the tournament. 0-0, no shots on target. The first time
I think it's the 4th 0-0 game of this World Cup.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I think the thing is that maybe the team gola, I think it's pretty both of the teams are balanced. এই কারণে আর কি 0-0 গোল দেখতেছে, লাইক এশিয়া টিম গুলো কিন্তু একটু ইমপ্রুভ হয়েছে, এই কারণে একটু ভালো ওই যে টক্কর দিতে পারতেছে. And that's the thing আর কি. কোরিয়ার কি বলবো, কোরিয়া was like very disciplined. Uruguay also was disciplined, but they had Godin was fantastic today. He read the game really well. কিছু অ্যাটাক গুলা সে he was the main player to stop those counter attacks from Korea. And Son, he kind of had a very underwhelming game. ওর সাইড থেকে যদি একটা magical moments আসতো, then I think Korea would have won it, and Korea I think deserved to win this match today. আর Uruguay হইতেছে I didn't like the starting lineup because তাদের বেঞ্চে দেখলে I think they have better players that can play. And also Fede Valverde mid start করাটা I guess আমার কাছে পছন্দ হয় না. রিয়াল মাদ্রিদের জন্য সে অ্যাকচুয়ালি লেফট উইং এ খেলতো, প্রায় দেখতাম, মেবি রাইট উইং, আই এম সরি আই ডোন্ট নো which wing, but ফ্ল্যাঙ্কে দেখতাম, and I think he should be used for his pace. I think he's not as technical as the other midfielders, so I think playing him in the midfield limits his option. Overall I think Uruguay must change up their formation, allow Nunes to run forward, give him the more liberty to attack. তারপরে I think Uruguay can qualify from this group. Otherwise I think বেশি একটা সামনে আগাতে পারবে না. And the next match Portugal-এর সাথে, they have to do a lot to stop their attacks.
If you ask me personally, none of these two teams are going through, and
which
maybe
teams?
আজকে যে 0-0 drawটা হইলো between Uruguay and
so you're saying Ghana and Portugal will go through?
I get the feeling, because Ghana at least goal দিতে পারে, and আই থিঙ্ক পর্তুগালের মানে ওই গানার এই ডিফেন্সটা অবভিয়াসলি দে আর সাসেপ্টেবল, বাট আমার মনে হয় যে দে উইল ফাইন্ড গোলস অ্যান্ড এগেনস্ট উরুগুয়ে, মেবি এগেনস্ট কোরিয়া as well, they will get points. Korea is the other one. মানে I don't see Uruguay going through. See, they look really bad. They look really bad.
তাদের ম্যানেজারটা তো নতুন হায়ার আর কি, they sacked the previous manager, so I see Uruguay not
Fernando
going for it.
Santos.
No, that's Portugal. I'm talking about
Portugal.
Uruguay.
But wasn't he the coach of Uruguay মাঝখানে?
Fernando Santos?
Yeah.
No, not him.
Oh, okay.
Can you check it? I don't know, but একটা বুড়া একটা লোক ছিল আর কি, ল্যাংড়া আর কি, সে তার নাম ভুলে গেছে আমি। ওকে স্যাক করে আর কি নতুন ম্যানেজার অ্যাপয়েন্ট করছে, সো
So Ravi Mahmoud is asking, good defense for Brazil or bad offense from Serbia? Good defense. মানে ব্রাজিলের you can't complain about the defending of Brazil. মানে সার্বিয়া তেমন কোনো অ্যাটাক করার ভালো চান্সই পায় নাই।
দেই না, বিকজ সার্বিয়া চান্স ছিল অ্যাটাক করার and they didn't give. আমি পুরো ওভারঅল টিম দেখছি, ডিফেন্সিভলি ভালোই ছিল। I don't think there is anything to be nitpick করার মতো তেমন কিছু নাই, except from that, the midfield.
হ্যাঁ, Brazil defensively didn't do too bad, and I personally feel that মানে if they can manage to hold their defense together, Brazil tournament অনেক দূর যাবে, because it's about the defense that's being seen as the weakness. মানে Danilo and obviously অন্য সাইডে কে জানি খেলা, I even forgot man, কারা যে খেলে fullback Sandro, right, and Alexandro. So obviously Sandro had a good shot from
কিন্তু গেমের মাঝখানে maybe someone messed up, Danilo maybe নাকি Alexandro, I don't know, someone messed up with a pass আর কি, weak link এই দুইটাই, otherwise I don't see much of a problem.
আচ্ছা, শুভনীত বলছে আপনাদের আর্জেন্টিনার সম্ভাবনা কি সাইড প্রো? I think we were having a nice banter, but I actually don't think Argentina are doing much this World Cup. মানে against Saudi Arabia when you've lost.
No, আমি যদি বলি I think Argentina will go through. The problem is knockout stage এ কেমন করে, এটা হচ্ছে প্রবলেম, বিকজ আমাদের ডিফেন্সিভ ফ্রেইলিটি আছে আর কি, কারণ সৌদি আরবিয়া তিনটা শট অ্যাটেম্প্ট এর মধ্যে 2টা গোল খাওয়াটা অ্যাকচুয়ালি একটা প্রবলেম। তো আমি বলবো গ্রুপ স্টেজ পার করব, বাট নকআউট স্টেজ আমি বলতে পারি না, because anything can happen in the knockout stage, so let me see কত দূর যেতে পারে, and then it will depend on the opponents as well. আর আমাদের তো অনেক ফিটনেস ইস্যু, ইনজারিজ, দিস এন্ড দ্যাট, এই কারণে অনেকটা প্রবলেম হয়ে গেছে আর কি, বিকজ আমাদের ফর্ম অনেকটা ভালো ছিল, and then in the লিগের মাঝখানে প্যারেদেস ইনজার্ড, এরপর লোসেলসও তো ইনজারিতে পড়ে গেছে, এরপর ডিমারিও ইনজার্ড হয়েছিল, ডিবালো ইনজার্ড হয়েছিল, সো তাদের ম্যাচ ফিটনেস তো এরকম সাথে সাথে তো ব্যাক করার কথা না, রাইট? ইভেন রোমেরো তো ফিটনেস সমস্যা আজীবন ধরে রাখছে, তার এটা তখন ঠিক নাই।
স্পার্সে জয়েন করার পর ইনফ্যাক্ট আরো বেশি,
এন্ড এই যে মেক্সিকোর সাথে এন্ড পোল্যান্ডের সাথে অফকোর্স একটা ভালো পারফরমেন্স দিয়ে, বিকজ দেয়ার ইজ নো ওয়ে গ্রুপ স্টেজ এক্সিট হবে এই টিমটা নিয়ে। আই ক্যানট বিলিভ দ্যাট, বিকজ এটা হওয়ার সম্ভাবনা নাই। এন্ড অফকোর্স যদি বলি গ্রুপ স্টেজে যে সৌদি আরবিয়া 2টা থেকে 2টা ম্যাচ জিতবে, এটাও না, বিকজ সৌদি আরবিয়ার যে প্রথম ম্যাচটা খেলছে আর্জেন্টিনার সাথে, ইট ওয়াজ ভেরি ইন্টেন্স, সো তারা একটু ফিজিক্যালি এদিক সেদিক হবে আর কি, বিকজ তাদের একটা প্লেয়ার ইনজুরিতে পড়ে গেছে, তো এই কারণে। সো ইট উইল ডিপেন্ড অন দ্য গ্রুপ, কে কয়টা পয়েন্ট পায়, এন্ড গ্রুপ স্টেজ থেকে ইয়েস আর্জেন্টিনা খেলতে পারবে।
ওকে, আমরা একটু গ্রুপসের দিকে দেখি ইনফ্যাক্ট, বিকজ we have to see যে কালকের ম্যাচগুলো, এন্ড প্লাস গতকালকার ম্যাচগুলো নিয়েও let's touch up a little bit on it, because
yes. We can talk about German, what's like তাদের পসিবিলিটি কি গ্রুপ স্টেজ পার করার। What do you think?
They're out. Let's be honest, they're out. I mean, যা হবার হয়ে গেছে, I don't think we're seeing them again. I mean, going through to the next round. And মানে ওই যে ম্যাচের আগে ভার্চু সিগন্যালিং করতে ব্যস্ত থাকলে আসলে ফুটবলে আর ফোকাস করা লাগবে না। সো
কেমনে জানি করছে এরকম না,
সো ওইসব করতে থাকলে আসলে ম্যাচের উপর ফোকাস থাকবে না। ওকে, So here's how the group looks. Obviously, Spain winning and being the most impressive team in the tournament so far. Costa Rica ke 7-0 হারায়. I still don't think Spain are winning the World Cup. I mean, যত যাই হোক না কেন, they just don't have that. I mean, X factor টা নাই টিমের মধ্যে.
ওই যে like players like David
If this was a league, if this was a league যে 20 ম্যাচের বা 30 ম্যাচের league, হ্যাঁ স্পেন জিততো. But this is a knockout tournament, man, and you need that extra. And ওই এক্সট্রাটা I see আজকে ব্রাজিলের মধ্যে I saw it a bit in Portugal as well, especially Portugal. I'm telling you, man, that team is dangerous.
Trust me, they won't go there.
You want that to happen because you don't want Messi to
that's not the thing.
lose.
That's not the thing.
I mean, Ronaldo একটা title পেয়ে যাবে, you don't like that thought, but that's gonna happen.
Okay, we'll see next week, no problem. Okay, arekta question about Germany. Do you think, Germany versus Spain, do you think Germany has a way to win against Spain?
Yeah, why not? Because but I mean,
of course there's a win,
it's
because
hard
the weak
and
Spain
I
is
said
the
why
defense.
not, and then I said why not, and then I thought about it, and then I'm like, nah, Spain ke parbe na. I mean, they're too good, compact midfield, they're too compact. Germany কিন্তু অনেক inefficient তারা up front, because তাদের কোনো number 9 নাই. You saw all the chances that Gundogan missed and a bunch of other misses by Gnabry as well. So ওই দিক
but
থেকে
it's not going
আসলে
to happen
Germany
every single time, right? So I'm just বলতেছি
nah, this is something that is going to be regular because they don't have a number 9. এটা
no, I mean এটা regular হবে, হবে না, because I'm বলতেছি that Hansi Flick won't be like, okay fine, we should be switched off from now when আমরা হেরে গেছি.
They weren't switched off.
They will improve. No, I'm not
They
talking
weren't
about this.
switched
I was
off.
talking I was not talking about that switching off. I said like, যেহেতু হেরে গেছে, পরের ম্যাচগুলোতে এমন না যে তারা সুইচ অফ হয়ে যাবে. They will be like, we need try to improve. This is German
They
mentality.
could be better, but মানে
I think
the amount of chances they create, they won't score enough goals. They might concede because their defenders are error prone. They don't have enough on the bench. Spain will overpower them.
But I think on the counter there is a high chance Spain will concede, because I'm বলতেছি ওই backline টা যেটা আমরা দেখলাম Costa Rica against they had most of the ball, so তাদের ডিফেন্ড করা লাগছিল না.
কাউন্টার করে জার্মানি ফিনিশ করতে পারবে না. They will get chances counter, but finish করতে পারবে না. Just watch.
পারবে Hansi Flick will definitely,
and here's the thing, ম্যাচটা ড্র হবে, ঠিক আছে, we're going at it, ম্যাচটা ড্র হবে,
you'll say
and then
draw.
you know what's going to happen, হ্যাঁ ড্র হইলে তখন জার্মানি আউট, কারণ জাপান তো আরেকটা ম্যাচ জিতবে কস্টা রিকার সাথে, right? Japan will be on 6 points. Spain will win their match against Costa Rica. কি against Costa Rica জাপান জিতবে না?
I mean, who knows? Because come on, everything's uncertain. Actually, did you predict that Germany would lose against Japan?
Yes, I actually did.
No.
Hey! I swear, man. I swear. Here's what happened. So I go to the office, and this is a true story. I don't know, মানে স্ক্রিন বড় করব so you can see. So আমি অফিসে the match is 1-0, ঠিক আছে, and প্রান্ত অফিসে আছে, and Pranto's telling another colleague of mine, my colleague is asking যে এখান থেকে কি জার্মানি হারতে পারে, সরি এখান থেকে কি জাপান জিততে পারে? So I'm telling her যে হ্যাঁ, yes, 2-1 হইতেও পারে, because জার্মানির like Japan are looking মানে much more solid in the second half, and ওরা কাউন্টারে চান্স পেয়ে গোল দিতে পারে. They have that in them.
And that's not prediction. আমি তো prediction এ বলছি. That's like, in the match, ঠিক আছে, একটা reason দেখছেন যে I said like at the very beginning. So যেহেতু beginning এ কিছু বলতে পারি না আমরা, like, that's why I think like even maybe Costa Rica সাথে Japan নাও জিততে পারে. So it's very uncertain. Like in a second game বোঝা যাবে যে কে কোথায় যাবে. And Spain versus Germany will be a fun match to watch, of course, because একটা টিম থাকবে possession আর একটা টিম থাকবে counter. যদি স্পেন possession হারায়, I think that team that will not,
it will be Klopp versus Pep.
না,
City versus Liverpool.
হ্যাঁ and আমার কাছে আমি বলি কেন প্রবলেম, বিকজ এদিকের কয়েকটা প্লেয়ার আছে যারা ট্র্যাক ব্যাক করতে পারে না ভালো করে, and I know them very well. বুস্কেস, এরপর আলবা পারবে না ট্র্যাক ব্যাক করতে, ধরা খাবে. Really, that's why I'm scared that like Spain might lose. So I think যদি জার্মানির against বুস্কেস নামে, then they have to be very careful, because he cannot track back. He cannot. এটাই আর কি. And that midfield is the reason why Spain is very strong. So যদি try back না করতে পারে তাহলে ধরা খাবে স্বাভাবিক. And they have very speedy wingers. And যদি সানে ব্যাক করে then whole different story because সানে injured ছিল, he didn't start.
আচ্ছা আমরা অন্য ম্যাচগুলি নিয়েও তাইলে বা এই অন্য গ্রুপগুলি একটু দেখে নিই সো দিস ইজ ইট জার্মানি ইজ নট গোয়িং থ্রু জাপান অ্যান্ড স্পেন আর গোয়িং থ্রু ইন মাই ওপিনিয়ন Belgium and a group I felt bad for Canada because Canada they created so much and they just couldn't finish and the biggest problem I had was not with the ref. I know the ref gave a few controversial calls like the penalty yeah he and that guy was suspended once for corruption as well ওই referee so তাকে আবার আনছে কেন I don't know and the main issue I felt was যখন পেনাল্টিটা সময় হয়েছে Alphonso Davies who's never taken a penalty in his career
আমি এটা কনফিউজ ছিলাম যে সে পেনাল্টি নিল কেন I think Jonathan David
whereas you had Jonathan David ছিল
it's like disrespect to him they like একটা striker ছিল and then they gave to a
I don't get it I don't get it so and then it was a poor penalty very predictable and then Courtois was always going to save it he makes himself so big and if there's one person I don't want to take a penalty against it's Courtois because you look at him only the best penalty takers like world best penalty taker Harry Kane Cristiano Ronaldo these guys would kill it it's very hard to see like
so
players
a group থেকে who will qualify I don't see
this is very tough I am inclined to say that Canada will get some points Canada coach কথাটা ভালো লাগছে যে next match we face I think Croatia
Croatia no matter what happens
yeah so I really like that spirit but I don't know how much gas they've got in the tank মানে আগের ম্যাচে they gave a lot so দেখা যাক I think Belgium and Croatia are the most likely to go through a group obviously this was a big win for Brazil against Serbia Switzerlander I would say that it was a big win আজকে Briel Embolo
Switzerland and Brazil will go through easy it's nothing
really Serbia's সাথে Switzerland পারবে এত easily
পারবে
I don't know man Serbia teamটা কিন্তু I mean you look at it they've got options to hurt you
they've got options but
man for man কিন্তু Serbia are a more talented team than Switzerland
I know but Switzerland's got so much
have Granit Xhaka
no so far Jan Sommer come on okay
Granit Xhaka what Sommer I mean yes Sommer is very good but it's Xhaka man he's the captain আজকে দেখছো এমবোলোকে কেমনে করে মানে he was like a motivating Embolo after he scored কারণ এমবোলোর তো মানে country of birth হচ্ছে Cameroon so it's like ও নিজের দেশের against
when he didn't score
he
didn't celebrate
alright so সবগুলি গ্রুপেরই খেলা হয়ে গেছে গ্রুপ H এর আজকে খেলা হলো পর্তুগাল সাউথ কোরিয়া উরুগুয়ে এন্ড গানা which two teams are going through এখান থেকে
okay biasness সরায় বলি পর্তুগাল যাবে and I'm confused between Uruguay and South Korea I think I'll go with South Korea
this is tough I mean this is you being biased because South Korea I didn't see anything other than their defense having 5 Kims to suggest that they're gonna do something Son doesn't look like he's anywhere
I'm like
near
no the reason I said South Korea because they at least got a point and Ghana didn't get a point here so even if they draw with Ghana at one point they'll go through and I think Uruguay as a team I think they just lack that finishing edge I think but I think Uruguay যদি যায় it won't surprise me because they have Cavani they have this Nunes so but I'll still go with my gut and say South Korea and Portugal
anyways early days in these groups so
it should be like really prediction দেওয়া
খুবই tough হবে আচ্ছা let's look at the upcoming matches কালকে Wales Iran should be another win for Wales
really
another win বলতেছি they didn't win their first match but
no but do you think Wales could because Wales is like really এতটা ভালো ছিল না against US and I think Iran will
they were good in the second half
they were good of course but I think Iran will try to snap back from the defeat as well so I think I'll say a draw It's a very safe prediction. I'll say a draw.
Draw. Qatar, Senegal.
Ooh, this is nice.
Senegal
Senegal.
win.
Easy.
This is nice. Yeah, Qatar. Unfortunately, I think they've looked the weakest team in
the
the
worst out
tournament.
of this whole tournament, I guess.
Netherlands, Ecuador.
This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. Trust me, Ecuador is a tough team to beat. It'll be a tough team to beat.
Estupinian, Caicedo. We've got some
আমার
quality
problem-
in there.
I'm saying this is because Netherlands was kind of disappointing against Senegal. ঠিক না? So I don't know. I think I'll go with the draw as well.
And then Rater Bella, my second favorite team in the tournament, England, Bukayo Saka's
This is going to
team.
be jam-packed and the stadium is going to be fire in this match. England versus USA.
USA.
It's going to be really good. Do you think USA will score against England? Like score, not win. Score করতে পারবে?
Score করতে পারবে, I think. It'll be very nervy শুরুতে, and the longer the match goes and England যদি গোল না দেয়, the more USA are gonna feel like, yes, we can do something, you know. So far England and USA have faced each other a lot of times, but একবারই খালি 1950-তে ইংল্যান্ড হারছিল ইউএস এর কাছে, এছাড়া ইংল্যান্ড have never lost, so you never know, but they will have that, you know, at the back. আমি তারপর I just wanna get a head to head USA versus England head to head football. Just want to give it a check. So in all competitions, England have won 8 out of their 11 meetings with USA, drawn 1, lost 2. Their last defeat against England their last defeat came in June 1993. Okay.
Damn, that's not friendly to ছিল আর কি এটা 2018.
আমি তো এখানে ভাবছিলাম যে একটু সুন্দর করে দেখাবে, বাট দেখাচ্ছে না। এনিওয়েজ, let me see if I can so there we go. So head to head record. So all right, so 1950 থেকে this is where it starts. USA won 1-0 in the World Cup. তারপরে international friendly England জিতছে, international friendly England. Oh my god, those were like very big margins. I don't know if you can see it now. Hopefully you can see
now
it.
I can see it. Now I can see it.
Yeah, so যে 1950 থেকে 1953 তে
রিসেন্ট গুলো কিন্তু
England
বেশি মার্জিনে জিততে পারে না আর কি, you see 2010.
Yeah. So
it was
USA একটা US কাপে জিতছিল, অবশ্য US কাপ একটা জিতছিল, and then আবার international friendly England won, English international friendly England won, and then FIFA World Cup England drew against USA 2010 So I think ওটা রবার্ট গ্রিন ছিল কিপার, and he made a howler. And then 2018 international friendly তে USA 3-0 হারছে. In World Cups USA has never lost against England.
In World Cup USA হারে না, এটা বলতেছেন?
হ্যাঁ, has never lost against England. So দুইবার ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপে খেলা হয়েছে, একবার USA জিতছে, একবার ড্র করছে. So this is going to be interesting.
I think USA will do well, but I think পুরা throughout 90 minutes
Matt Turner versus Bukayo Saka, man.
না, আমার মনে হয় throughout the whole 90 minutes তারা পারবে না, I guess, because maybe first half কিছুটা দেখাবে ভালো একটা প্লে, and then you know, because England is just too good of a team. তারা বেঞ্চ থেকে একটা প্লেয়ার নামাবে, and then you know, maybe at the very end they'll just lose on the, you know, focus, and you know, England যদিও ট্রেল করে থাকে আর কি, I'm just saying if they trail they will come back. I think USA won't win against England, but তারা ভালো একটা যে ফাইট দিবে আর কি, that's for sure.
You know what, I agree with you, but I also personally feel that USA Englander এই ম্যাচটাতে Englander মানে it won't be so easy, because again if they don't score first and the longer it goes, USA কিন্তু they've got players that can hurt you. Pulisic, তারপরে Aronson, and then you look at that defense as well. They've got that right back
Robinson, maybe, right?
No. He played for RB Leipzig before. He's playing for Tyler Adams.
Oh yeah, Tyler Adams.
Right?
I think he, Tyler Adams.
And then keeper, কিন্তু they're solid. You know, he's our backup keeper, but he's solid in defending.
He's solid.
So it's not an easy task.
Fight dibe, but I think England is going to see the win here, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's a match where maybe England can think of playing Mason Mounted জায়গায় Phil Foden কে. Maybe, I'm not sure.
Maybe. Who knows. But I think if they play with the back four, they'll win a lot of matches, in this World Cup. যদি back five, যদি passive খেলে, I don't think so.
We've hit the hour mark. আমরা সবকিছু নিয়ে কথা বলছি. We've talked about Brazil, we've talked about Portugal. আমরা গতকালকের ম্যাচগুলিও কভার করছি. We got through a lot. আজকে in the hour just last শুভনিন্দু আমাদের জন্য একটু নিউজ দিচ্ছে which I already knew about যে নেইমারের অ্যাঙ্কেলের teacher is saying that don't worry, Neymar will play the World Cup. He will keep playing. You could be sure about that. I don't know about that for sure.
এর মানে হচ্ছে সে গ্রুপ স্টেজ গুলো ম্যাচ খেলতে পারবে না. Maybe I think it's about knockout stages. He's talking about it.
Yeah. But save him for bigger games. কোনো সমস্যা নেই. But
yeah,
Neymar
because group stage I think easily জিতে যেতে পারবে without Neymar. It's about knockout stages in the end. Let's see how far Brazil can go. They cannot afford injuries in their fullbacks. They cannot afford injuries in midfield as well, I think. Because আজকে midfield দেখে মনে হলো যে they're how many midfielders any good names? I think Paqueta, then Bruno
you've
Guimaraes,
got Casemiro and then Bruno Guimaraes and Paqueta, like you said, and then there's Fred.
And then that's it.
আর তো নাই.
Yeah, that's a concern.
Yeah. So Ifti Hussain বলছে any prediction on tomorrow's match? I think we've done all of that. Ifti just a while ago. So
solid একটা prediction হয়তো দেই না আমরা. Then I solid prediction দেই.
হ্যাঁ, go ahead.
প্রথম ম্যাচটা জানি কি ছিল?
প্রথম ম্যাচ was Iran versus wait, আমি বলার পর আমি নিজেই ভুলে গেছি. Wales. Iran versus Wales. Yeah.
So আমি বললাম draw. I'll go draw. I'll say 1-1.
1-1. All right.
What about
then?
You should also give a
2-1.
prediction.
I'd say 2-1 to Wales.
Okay.
Or 1-0. 2-1 or 1-0. I just can't see Iran scoring.
They scored against England, so who knows.
What England defense is shite এই জন্য.
Wales এর ডিফেন্স এত ভালো না,
আচ্ছা, fair enough. Okay, 2-1.
And
Qatar
Senegal 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah.
I think that's a big prediction. But Senegal are very well coached, right? We saw them play quite attractive football.
Exactly.
I'd say, you know what, Qatar might try and get a point here. 2-2. I don't know, I'm making a prediction. Mile jaite hobe. It's football, you never know. Netherlands, Ecuador, I think, again, Netherlands last match ta ekdom lasted dige je they won 2-0. এই ম্যাচটাও I just have a feeling that they're going to wait and then it's going to be a 0-0 draw.
I think it'll be 2-1 for Ecuador.
Oh wow, you're predicting a win for Ecuador. I'm predicting a draw. USA, England. I can't see England winning. Can't anyone? They're going to draw this. It'll be 0-0 or 1-1.
Just go with the prediction. 1-1 draw.
You're also saying draw. See, nobody's seeing England beating USA. It's just something about it. Rubayat Hossain bolche, isn't Fabinho in the squad? I forgot. Fabinho's been so bad this season and he's not that great. So yeah, Fabinho. Yeah, Fabinho
won't even start. Let's be honest.
He's not good. People don't realize Liverpool's system Fabinho does a job, but he's not good. There's a reason why Casemiro is a player. He's a proper player, man. Or destroy kore or create kore. He is such a good player.
He's the full package you want.
Manush bujhe na how good he is. He's arguably the best defensive midfielder in world football right now. So, you can't argue with that.
England in USA, I'll also go with the same prediction. I think it'll be a draw. Perhaps 1-1 or, if 1-1 evolve.
Yeah. So anyways, we've done the predictions twice, I think. But this is it. Kalke, it's another long day. We gotta rest up. আবার উঠে আবার অফিসের কাজ and whatever. খেলা নেই আর কি. It starts again at 4. and ends at 3. And then আমরা আবার ভোরবেলা চলে আসবো after the England game, hopefully Saka scoring. Saka গোল দিলে ইংল্যান্ড জিতে যাবে, so yeah. Golden boot race on, baby. So let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see
He's
what happens.
the সেই তোমার টুর্নামেন্টে 2টা গোল স্কোর করছে আর কেউ? Anyone? Oh no, even
Richarlison?
Valencia also. Three players, I guess.
Richarlison,
Richarlison.
আরো আছে, I'm sure. আরো আছে ফিফার, wait, just
Can you check
stats
it?
গিয়ে দেখি। হ্যাঁ, so just let me show it to you guys so that you see. এখানে Bukayo Saka is at the very top. Wow, looks so beautiful. Ener Valencia to Ferran Torres to Mehdi Taremi to Olivier Giroud to, and then of course Richarlison to. So see, and then
Who do you think will end
assists.
up winning the Golden Boot? Who do you think?
I think Richarlison has a very good shot.
My guess as well. I think Richarlison could top this.
Yeah.
I think Kane পারবে না, because Kane is going to be more of like, you know, a creator and helping the team.
Yeah.
At the time. So yeah,
True.
I'll go with Richarlison really.
See,
Ferran Torres is
man.
also is in a very good position, because
He
Kane,
is,
you know,
yeah.
is winning with a good margin.
I hope Arsenal can buy him. I like him.
No,
I like
he's not
Ferran
for sale.
Torres. I like Dani Olmo. Oof, these are players I really like. They're fair Spainer player.
Dani
I
Olmo
really
will,
like
Dani Olmo will come back to Barcelona.
Yeah, I know. Oh, please, মুখ খারাপ করেন না এখন. I don't want to hear about this anymore.
Pedri, Busquets, Dani Olmo, gems of Barcelona.
Yeah, you can like you can start a rap video right now. Barca নিয়ে rap শুরু করে দিচ্ছে রাতের বেলা. Anyways.
There's no এই দিনই খুশি হতে হবে আর কি, because Barcelona is, you know, ক্লাউনারি আর কি, আর কি বলবো, এখন তারা একটু ভালো পারফর্ম করছে তাদের আমাদের ক্লাব থেকে, সো একটু বোস্ট করতেই পারি।
Yeah, that's true. Now, your two midfielders, আমরা তো এই ডিবেটে যাই নাই, তুমি আমাকে কত কনভিন্স করার চেষ্টা করলে যে আর্সেনালে লাগবে ক্যাভি এন্ড পেড্রি, and I keep
I'm
telling you,
লাগবে না, I'm not saying লাগবে না, I'm saying that Arsenal will be blessed with players like
Blessed.
but you will say that
Blessed.
no, his physicality, this and that. I won't go there anymore. We spoke about this no more, but I'm almost it doesn't matter if it's EPL or not, but Arteta would love Pedri. He'll also love that.
ঠিক আছে, yeah, ভালো প্লেয়ার, good, very overrated but ভালো প্লেয়ার. Let's keep it at
Whoa,
that.
no, please don't say this. Pedri is not overrated. Gavi may be a little overrated, but
To
not
the moon.
Not
To the moon
Pedri-
overrated.
Pedri overrated now. He is performing like a player that shouldn't be expected to be performing like this. He game for game that I expect for a
If
19-year-old.
they're saying that I think Enrique would have managed the present Barca squad better than Xavi, I think that's a conversation for another day.
That's right.
But I don't completely agree or disagree with it. But,
But I agree
he's
with-
won everything with Barca. He's won a treble, so it's very hard. But then, ওর টিমে নেইমার, মেসি, and Suarez ছিল, and three of
But
them at
এখন স্পেনের
literally
টিমে
the
কে
peak of
কে
their
আছে?
powers.
Like check the front three. They're still not that good. So I think
কি? They're not that good. বলছে তোমারে Danny Olmo's not that good. Don't you dare
No,
disrespect
wait.
Danny Olmo.
I'm not disrespecting him. I'm saying the third forward তিনটার কম্বিনেশন এতটা ভালো, মানে বলতে পারবো না, like if they play for a club right under a manager, say they play under Xavi.
I mean, you don't have a number 9 apart from Morata.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
Spain
আমি
তো
এটাই
number 9
বলতেছি
ছাড়া,
আর কি।
ওরা তো fancy.
But I agree with Ifti.
False
I agree
9
with
খেলবো, আমরা টিকি টাকা খেলবো, এখন অবশ্যই Juego de position খেলে, so yeah. But anyways, you really don't need a traditional number 9. You look at us, Arsenal, so you can see, we don't
I
have a
know,
number
but
9. We
but
score.
the comment was that if Barca was under Enrique right now, because Barcelona has better players as well.
Issue with Barca is not actually the coach. Issue with Barca's on a lot of different
Physicality
things.
you're talking about.
Midfield balance, attack balance, lots of new players coming in, not having enough time to gel together, and also UCLA, it's a different thing. UCLA, you need that, and you need players with big balls, and Barca to ta nai ashole. Like the only player who turns up when the going gets tough is Busquets. আর বাকি সবগুলি they weasel themselves out of trouble. Lewandowski নিয়ে তো you can see যে penalty
Come on,
miss করছে. He's not a big
don't
game
say
player.
anything about him. It just like happens in the tournaments. Just please don't slander him anymore.
I'm not slandering him. I'm just being honest. He is, he's got his issues, and it's something that Lewandowski throughout his career he's had. So, you know, it is what it is. Dude, we should really get going. We went over time for 10 minutes. I thought ek ghantar moddhe we can keep everything, but you know, the 2 dine we missed yesterday. That was my fault. I'm sorry for that. Had people over, but we're back again. We'll be back again tomorrow, and we'll continue from now on. You know, guests takle, I'll tell them, you know what, I do this thing. Bhorbela, 5 people watch me, but I still do it. I enjoy doing this. So we'll be back again tomorrow. Till then, goodbye, good night.
রেফারি বাঁশি দিলে খেলা হবে শুরু নিজের টিম খেললে মাঠে বুকটা দুরু বল নিয়ে জিয়ের ভিতরে পায়ের কারুকাজ ডিফেন্ডার দিয়ে দিল পায়ের ভেতরে ভাঁজ রেফারি বাঁশি দিল পেনাল্টিতে গোল এই নিয়ে প্যানেলে চলছে হট্টগোল 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 হট্টগোল